Hello, and welcome to another episode of Screen Metrics. Isn't it a mystery why humans have always had the desire to explore infinite ideas, such as being able to travel to space? Time travel, which follows the sci-fi genre of dramatization, has done exceptionally well to entertain a good number of audiences. Today, we have compiled together the top 10 best time travel movies of all time. But before we proceed, please consider subscribing for more such entertaining videos. So, without wasting much time, let's begin with our list.
Hey, you're acting a little strange this morning, you okay?
Ticket?
Are we gonna make up the 10 minutes?
We're gonna try, sir.
Number 10. Source Code. This sci-fi action thriller movie is directed by Duncan Jones and stars Jake Gyllenhaal. Playing the role of U.S. Army pilot, his sole mission is to find a bomber of a Chicago commuter train. He is working on a special program, a government experience called the Source Code, which enables him to cross over into another man's entity in the last 8 minutes of his life. The dynamicity of this film is evident not just in the writing, but also in the performances of all the lead actors.
Hey, man. I did what you said. We're pooling our student funds with the Hillel House and we're having an awareness dance. Oh.
Number 9. The Butterfly Effect. Released in 2004, it centers around the meaning of butterfly effect, a state whereby small initial differences lead to upscale, unforeseen consequences. It was co-written and directed by Eric Bress and J. Mackie Gruber and stars Ashton Kutcher and Amy Smart. The storyline places emphasis on time travel in the aspect that the lead actor has a condition which causes him to occasionally black out and experience memory loss throughout his childhood. During adulthood, it becomes worse as he's able to travel back in time in his sleep and tries to correct his mistakes, unaware of the grave danger he has to face in the future.
A boy, angry and alone, laid out in front of him the bad path. I saw it.
Number 8. Looper. Looper is a 2012 American science fiction action thriller film written and directed by Rian Johnson. It stars Bruce Willis, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and Emily Blunt. The story revolves around the contract killers called Loopers, hired by criminal syndicates from the future to terminate the victims who are sent back through time. Joe, played by Joseph Gordon-Levitt, is one such looper who does his job perfectly well, but one day his boss decides to close the loop and send Joe's future self back in time to be killed.
You can fly it, can't you?
No. Well, yes. I mean, I can take off. I'm still working on my landings.
What are we still doing here? You're wasting time.
Rita.
Number 7. Edge of Tomorrow. Live, Die, Repeat. This movie was set to set hearts on fire, and it did. It was released in 2014 and starred Tom Cruise and Emily Blunt. It is 2015, and the human race is being attacked by rare alien species called the Mimics. The lead public relations agent, who has no combat experience, is being sent to cover a very dangerous site. He is caught in a time loop where he gets to relive his same day over and over again every time he dies in a battle. Would the humans win against the ravaging aliens, or would the aliens triumph? A perfect time-bending sci-fi flick for a time travel lover.
Mr. Cole, you believe 1996 is the present then? Is that it?
No, 1996 is the past too. Listen to me.
Taking the number 6 spot, 12 Monkeys. Starring Bruce Willis, Madeleine Stowe, Brad Pitt, and Christopher Plummer, it centers around a pandemic which occurred in 1996, killing the majority of the humans, and forcing the survivors to live underground. Prisoner James Cole is saddled with the responsibility of restoring humanity to its original cause by traveling back in time and creating a cure in order to stop the virus. The 12 Monkeys are being targeted as the sole reason for the virus, but the movie takes a twist when they realize they are in for another thing entirely.
Time doesn't work that way. Changing the past doesn't change the future.
Look, we go back. We get the stones before Thanos gets them. Thanos doesn't have the stones.
At number 5, we have Avengers Endgame. Now, there's going to be a lot of controversy as to why this movie is not further down the list, as it brings chills to anyone who has watched it, but we've made our choice for specific reasons. Since its first release, the Avengers series has always been a blockbuster, breaking records and barriers centered around Marvel Comics. Thanos is on the edge in an uninhabited world. He is weak due to the effect of the stones after wiping out a very significant percentage of the human race, causing havoc to the whole world. Now the surviving members of the Avengers try to reverse the damage caused by Thanos by going back in time.
The chip. Do you know about the chip?
What chip?
They keep it in a vault at Cyberdyne. It must be from the other one, like you.
The CPU from the first Terminator.
Number 4. Terminator 2: Judgment Day. Directed by James Cameron and starring Arnold Schwarzenegger, the movie brings life to the character John Connor. John's mother, Sarah Connor, has been preparing for the resistance movement against Skynet her whole life. She got arrested with claims of mental illness after a failed attempt to escape from the factory where she was being held. Out there, John's life is in danger as a future model Terminator is on a mission to kill him, but another Terminator is also sent back through time to protect and save him. In the battle for survival, who would win in this frightening action-packed film, human or machine?
No, I'm looking for someone. Thanks. I'll just wait.
Well, you know what they say about good things happening to those who wait.
Number 3. Predestination. This sci-fi action thriller written by the Spierig brothers would send confusion down to your bones. Starring Ethan Hawke, Sarah Snook, and Noah Taylor, this movie takes its inspiration from the 1959 short story All You Zombies by Robert A. Heinlein. It centers around a time-traveling agent who had an encounter with the Fizzle bomber after an incident in which his face got burnt while trying to defuse a bomb. But the agent later discovers some unfathomable truths about himself and what he actually is.
Have you thought any more about what you want to put forward?
Not really.
Number 2. Primer. One of the least budgeted movies which turned out to be a massive success happens to be Primer. Primer is a 2004 American science fiction film about two friends who accidentally discover the secret to time travel. As the two friends obsess over their creation, they discover the dark consequences of their actions. The film was written, directed, produced, and edited by Shane Carruth, who also stars with David Sullivan. Primer is often regarded as one of the finest movies about time travel, mainly due to his realistic depiction about the topic.
Marty, you made it! Yeah! Welcome to my latest experiment. This is the big one, the one I've been waiting for all my life.
Taking the number 1 spot in this list is Back to the Future. Back to the Future is an American science fiction film directed by Robert Zemeckis. It stars Michael J. Fox, Christopher Lloyd, Leah Thompson, and Thomas Wilson. Set in 1985, the story follows a regular teenager, Marty, whose parents are in terrible states in their present life. One day, Marty is accidentally sent back to 1955 in a time-traveling DeLorean automobile built by his eccentric scientist friend, Dr. Emmett Doc Brown. Trapped in the past, Marty is forced to reconcile with his own self and somehow make an effort to get back to the future in order to change the course of his life. So, this is our list of the top 10 time travel movies. Let us know which other films deserve to be on this list, and please leave a thumbs up if you liked this video. Also, subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. We will see you in the next video. Until then, stay safe.